Hare Hare. So this is part 3 of the story of Queen Satyabhama, the third queen of Krishna. The 8 primary queens of Krishna are Rukmini Devi, expansion of Lakshmi Devi, Jambhavati, Satyabhama, expansion of Bhumi Devi, Kalindi, expansion of the river Yamuna, Mitravinda, Nagna Jiti, expansion of Neela Devi, Bhadra, and Lakshmana. The key characters are King Satrajit, father of Satyabhama, Shamantaka Jewel, Sri Jiva Goswami, who explains why Kritavarma and Akrura were conditioned by Shatadhanva. Shatadhanva is the main co-conspirator. Kritavarma is the prominent warrior in the Yadu dynasty, but rather weak-minded. Akrura is Krishna's uncle. Narakasura is a demon whom Krishna and Satyabhama will later fight. Tulabharam is the story that originates from Orissa. So we left off where Lord Balaram is now staying in Mithila as a guest of King Janak. He's staying there. He stays there for several years. It's not the same Janak of Ramayana. The city called Mithila, whether it's the same as the original city from Ramayana or whether it's just named after that city, I'm not sure. But it was called Mithila. So Lord Balaram stays there. And it's during that time that Duryodhan becomes a disciple of Lord Balaram, and learns how to fight with the club from Lord Balaram. Krishna returns back to Dwarka without the jewel. Shatadhanva is dead. No jewel can be found. Krishna returns back to Dwarka, and then he and his family, Queen Satyabhama, they perform the funeral ceremony of King Satrajit. When Krishna was returning to Dwarka without the Shamantaka jewel, both Kritavarma and Akrura, they heard Krishna was coming back after having killed Shatadhanva. They became a little fearful, so they left Dwaraka. Kritavarma left, and also Akrura left. Akrura, his mother, comes from Varanasi, Kashi. His mother was the daughter of the king of Kashi, and she married Akrura's father. Akrura's mother's name was Gandhini. You don't have to memorize that. His father's name was Svapalka. You don't necessarily have to memorize that either. Those were their names, but they were from Kashi. Gandhini was from Kashi. So Akrura, when he heard Krishna was coming back after having killed Shatadhanva, no one knows where the jewel is. Akrura left. He went back to his mother's kingdom, his mother's home, where his mother was from, Varanasi, and he was hiding there. When this happened, the people of Dwarka, there are all kinds of rumors, once again going on. Where is the jewel? No one knows where the jewel is. Someone saying, this person has it, this person has it. Some people are even saying Krishna killed Shatadhanva, so he must have gotten it from Shatadhanva. So now, once again, Krishna is being accused of this jewel that no one knows where it is. Dwaraka started to experience some very ill omens. The weather patterns were changing. There were various other ill omens that were being experienced or manifest in Dwaraka. And these ill omens, some people were saying that there were these ill omens because of the absence of the Shamantaka jewel. Because we know wherever there is the Shamantaka jewel, there will be adequate rainfall, cool temperatures, warm summers, and a wonderful, harmonious situation wherever the Shamantaka jewel is kept. So people are seeing some different omens are being manifest in the city of Dwarka. So they're even more speculating that maybe the jewel is not even in Dwarka. So Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, he now decides now is the time to deal with this once and for all. So he knows Akrura has fled. So he summons Akrura from Varanasi, Kashi, to come back. So the messenger goes, meets Akrura in Varanasi, and offering respects to Akrura says, "My dear Akrura, Lord Krishna is desirous of seeing you back in Dwarka. He wants to talk to you about what has transpired with this conspiracy with Kritavarma, Shatatanva, the Shamantaka Jewel, and so on." So Akrura, hearing this wonderful message that Krishna has sent to him, he's feeling a little safe. And of course, Akrura is a devotee of Krishna as well. He was just under the conditioning of this curse by the gopis. But hearing the wonderful words of Krishna, he comes back to Dwarka. And he goes to Krishna's palace. And Krishna welcomes Akrura. "My dear uncle, we've missed you. You should not have left. Your home is here in Dwarka, even though your family, your mother's family, is from Varanasi. Your home is here in Dwarka. You are a senior member of the Yadu dynasty. Feel no fear, fear no anxiety. Have no anxiety about your place in Dwarka, about your position in the Yadu dynasty." So Krishna began to assuage the fear or the doubts that Akrura had. So Krishna says, "I would like for you to, Shatadhanva did not have the jewel, and I know that he has kept it with you. Can you please reveal the fact that you have the Shamantaka jewel, because Dwarka is completely unsettled by all kinds of rumors. It's destroying the peace of mind of the citizens of Dwarka about who has this rule, what this jewel, and what kind of conspiracies are still going regarding this jewel. Can you please reveal the fact that you have the Shamantaka jewel?" Not only that, it's also important that you recognize the Shamantaka jewel, it belongs to Satyajit. It's not something you should have. And Krishna is telling this to Akrura because Akrura, he had the Shamantaka jewel, and we know the Shamantaka jewel every day produces 170 pounds of gold. And Akrura is using this gold to perform lavish yagyas and ceremonies. So Krishna, while he was in Varanasi, so Krishna is saying, "I know you have the Shamantaka jewel, you're displaying all this wealth. This jewel is not yours. It's not mine. I'm not trying to take the jewel from you. The jewel belongs to, it was Satyajit. It was given to him by the sun god. He was in charge of, he's the treasurer of the Yadu dynasty of Dwarka city. He was responsible for this jewel in every way. It is not right that you keep the Shamantaka jewel in your possession." So Satyajit, he accepts, of course, Krishna's instructions. Krishna tells him, Satyabhama is the daughter of King Satyajit, so the jewel rightfully belongs to her. It's her inheritance. It belongs to her. However, Satyabhama has no desire for the jewel. She has no interest whatsoever in this jewel. It's only brought her pain and suffering. She has no desire to have anything to do with this jewel, but it is still hers. However, why don't you keep it? This is Krishna talking to Akrura. Why don't you keep the jewel? When Satyabhama gives birth, Satyabhama is pregnant. When she gives birth, then her child, you can give the jewel to her child, because her child will be the natural inheritor. Her son, her child will be the natural person who inherits the rights to the Shamantaka jewel. It would have belonged to the child's grandfather, King Satyajit, so then you can return it. But you can keep it. Until Satyabhama gives birth, you keep the jewel. Keep the jewel in a public place where everyone can see it, everyone knows where it is, everyone understands that the jewel belongs to Satyabhama and to Satyabhama's children. Please, can you do this? And Akrura, being instructed by Krishna, being a devotee of the Lord, naturally he accepts Krishna's instructions and he acts accordingly. So that is the story of the Shamantaka jewel as it pertains to Queen Satyabhama. The story of Queen Satyabhama is not over. There's more to come. Part number 4.